Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Cyrille. I'm a contributor to Aladdin DAO. Aladdin DAO built a couple of protocols, been around for something like 3 years, and the latest protocol is FX protocol. And today I'm going to talk about how to build liquidity with LRTs, especially without having your LPs facing impermanent loss. So first, let me introduce you quickly to, where should I point? This way? Yeah. Quickly to what FX protocol is. FX protocol enables two kinds of assets. The first one is are stablecoins. And they are totally decentralized stablecoins, perfectly USD-pegged by design, because they're, I'll explain it in a couple of minutes. They're backed by decentralized assets, 100% on-chain, and they have the ability to earn real yield coming from ETH staking or restaking, plus protocol emissions. And by design, they're like way more scalable than a CDP model because the stablecoin is always 100% collateralized. The other kind of asset that FX enables are leverage tokens. And these leverage tokens give you up to 5.6x leverage on BTC, 4.3x leverage on ETH, without facing any individual liquidation risks. So you can basically hold them on the long term and don't have to manage any lending or leverage, like lending position. And there's no funding on the ETH leverage tokens. So basically, you can just hold it for the whole cycle. The way it works is pretty simple. It works thanks to the FX invariant. I won't go too deep into the details because I only have 12 minutes today, but no worries. So the way it works, basically I'll take the example of FXUSD, which is our flagship stablecoin backed by LSTs and mostly Lido-staked ETH. You can pledge Lido-staked ETH to the protocol, and it will either give you FXUSD, which is a stablecoin, or XTETH, which is the leverage token. So you can basically choose whether you want to get stablecoins or a leverage token. And the invariant says that at all time, the value of the whole reserve of Lido-staked ETH is equal to the value of all FXUSD, so basically the FXUSD market cap, and all XTETH on the market. And this is how we can calculate the leverage ratio of the X tokens. But don't worry, I got you covered with another keynote that you can find by scanning this QR code. If you want to dive deeper into how the leverage works, feel free to scan it, and I got you covered in less than 20 minutes, I promise. You also can find it. It was during ETH Belgrade last month, so if you look on YouTube, you'll be able to find it as well. But why did I introduce you to FX protocol? So just to summarize in a nutshell, the way it works, since you can mint the tokens, both the stables and the leverage tokens, but I'll stay on the stables because that's the topic of today. Since you can mint the stables at Oracle price at all time, you can see the protocol just as a DEX with no price impact, because when you mint, it's just like swapping. You lose exposure to the collateral. It's just like swapping ETH for FXUSD, basically, except there's no price impact. So if you want a stablecoin, basically, you just swap for FXUSD. If you want enhanced exposure to ETH, then you just swap for XTETH and get leverage. Simple as that. So yeah, as I said, you can see the protocol just as a DEX with no price impact. So if you consider it like that, basically, the tokens, both the stable coins and leverage tokens, are as liquid as their collateral. They inherit from the collateral's liquidity. So that means, in that example, FXUSD is as liquid as Lido-staked ETH by design. But there's not only FXUSD. So if you understand that FXUSD is as liquid as Lido-staked ETH, if you pair any stablecoin with FXUSD, you're also building liquidity with Lido-staked ETH at the same time. So that means you're not only building liquidity with a perfectly stable stablecoin, strengthening your own peg, but also building liquidity with its collateral. And I told you about FXUSD already, which is the first logo you can see here on the left, but we also built other kind of stablecoins. So the second one here is RUSD, and this one is the exact same model as FXUSD. While FXUSD is backed by mostly Lido Stake ETH and a little bit of Frax ETH, RUSD is mostly backed by EtherFi ETH and a little bit of Renzo ETH. That means by pairing with RUSD, and that's the topic of this keynote, you're instantly building liquidity with EtherFi ETH and Renzo ETH. And the third one is BTC USD. That's almost the same mechanism, but it's backed by a wrapped Bitcoin. And the latest one is kind of off topic today, but it's worth telling about it. That's FETH. It's not pegged to the dollar. That's why it's a little off topic, but it's my own favorite stablecoin because it's not pegged to the dollar. It's only stable because it keeps 10% of ETH volatility. So that's kind of a ETH native, ETH maximalist stablecoin. So why building liquidity with one of FX stablecoins? So as I told you, you're kind of building instant liquidity with the collateral. And since you're building liquidity with the stablecoin, your LPs won't face any impermanent loss at all because FXUSD, RUSD, BTCUSD are perfectly pegged at all time. And if your stablecoin is a CDP model, you may be interested in building efficient liquidity with your collaterals to facilitate liquidations, for instance. And that's probably the reason why other major stablecoins built pretty decent liquidity with FXUSD, such as Go, for instance, has something like 6 million USD pool on Curve. Dola did a pretty good pool as well with 4.5 million, and Frax is following with a little over $1 million. So, yeah, as I like to say, don't trust, verify. I verified for you, but you can do the exercise as well. I went to CowSwap. Oh, yeah, because since I told you, you can see the protocol just like a DEX. DEX aggregators routed the protocol just like a DEX. So did CowSwap. So I did a little experiment. I tried to swap 3,000 wrapped stake ETH for FXUSD and CowSwap. And when you look at the price impact, you see there's a point, it's maybe a little small, 0.28% price impact. Now, let's take a look at the same exercise, but swapping for USDC, our favorite centralized stablecoin. Now, the price impact is 0.67. So you lose about $50,000 in the operation. Now, let's take a look at the market cap of these two stablecoins. USDC here, I think I have a pointer. Oh, yeah, that's cool. It's $22 billion market cap on Ethereum. And FXUSD, I blurred because there's tons of lines between the two of us, is only 20 million. So with 0.1% of the market cap on Ethereum and the liquidity, we managed to have like twice less price impact on the same swap. So that's probably why pairing with one of our assets makes a lot of sense. And to help you building liquidity with one of our stablecoins, we introduced this double gauge mechanism. So the way it works is that we can create a gauge to direct FX and emissions to a curve pool that pairs with one of our stablecoins, FXUSD, RUSD, or BTCUSD. And by doing so, to direct emission, you can use like famous incentive markets such as Paladin.vote, which is pretty efficient and lets you not overspend on your incentives. But you can also use Votium or StakeDAO's vote market, for instance. And why would you direct incentives? Simply because of the ROI. That's pretty simple. If you, crazy ROI. Because if you direct, let's say if you want to incentivize a pool yourself, when you spend $1, your LP gets $1. But if you push incentives using an incentive market, you get up to 5x ROI. So that means when you spend $1 to push incentive to a pool, your LPs get $5 of FXN. So that's way more efficient. And since it's a double gauge, we call this double gauge because it's on curve, and you can also have a CRV gauge if you want, if you have like VCRV or VLCVX, for instance. And to direct incentives, the voters are either VFXN, because FXN is a VE token, or VLCVX, because FX protocol is integrated into Convex for both LPs and governance tokens, or also staked DAOs FXN. So yeah, that's basically it. Feel free to scan this QR code as well if you want to find all the social networks links. And feel free to reach out. I'll be around with Paul, my colleague, all day. We have a booth down the stairs with very nice T-shirts. Grab some because we won't take them back home. So please grab some. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free. We still have a couple of minutes. I could take question or two.